Welcome back to Coffee Unlimited with J and D. We are going to be talking about the commercialization of the holidays. So, at the time of this recording, it hasn't even been US Thanksgiving, and my tree is already up. My wreath is up. I have a little holiday sweater for my puppy that I've had now for a couple of weeks. As soon as Petco dropped their holiday gear, I was like, I need that. And just, yeah, living with our 21-year-old who is very much on social media. I mean, she does that for work as well. But I feel like I'm constantly having to do more, buy more things, do more around the holidays. Like my house is still on like with her standards. I haven't decorated the house enough. Like it's not looking like Martha Stewart's, dream holiday home or Kendall Jenner's home. So anyway, I talked to Janelle and I'm so excited that we are going to be diving into this topic a little bit as we are both sitting here with our holiday outfits on right now. Janelle, you look so cute. Is that Nintendo?
Oh yes. The original Nintendo
Yes.
classic, which I love. I actually have one from the 80s still, the
Oh
kind where you
my
blow in the
gosh.
cartridge, yeah, to put it in. Yes. I have one. I don't let my kids use it because I'm worried they won't take care of it properly. But yes, this is my current holiday sweater. I've had this for probably 8 years, but yeah, it has a Nintendo controller on it.
That's a
And thanks
cool
for this
holiday.
topic, Danielle. I think it's so interesting, the commercialization of the holidays, because I was reflecting on how there are so many companies that have their Black Friday sales. I mean, they've been having their Black Friday sales already. And
Mm-hmm.
when did Black Friday, which is a specific day, become a whole season? When does something lose its originality, I guess?
I know.
It's used to be one day right after US Thanksgiving where you got in line at 3 in the morning and you fought some people to get to the TV that you wanted or the Nintendo that was on sale. But now it starts about a month before, and you can sit at home and just have everything delivered to you now.
Right.
And they call it Black Friday.
Yeah, that is
How
interesting.
does that
Right now it is a
happen?
season. I mean, I want to know well, I guess not the Ocker household, but
Hmm.
wait, tell me your maiden name again.
Neva. Not Can you hear
Neva,
Neva?
Neva.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the Neva household, like what was Christmas? What were the holidays like? Like, did you start right the day after Halloween?
That's a great question. So typically, I lived in a very rural farm area. So we had 13 acres that I grew up on, and our neighbors were not next door neighbors. It's kind of a ways away to get to the next house. So we had this long driveway, a little ranch style house that was blue. And so every year we put up all blue Christmas lights, and they always went up the weekend of US Thanksgiving, usually
Mm,
on the Saturday. So, you'd have Thanksgiving on Thursday, there's Black Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is when we would be raking up all the leaves because we had tons of leaves on the ground from all of our trees. We'd rake up the leaves, we'd get out the lights, we'd test the bulbs. Do you remember those days where you had to
yes.
plug it in and test the bulbs, make sure they all work? And then we would put all these all blue Christmas lights around our house. And we had a lot of lights, like they went all around the roof and the entire silhouette of the house, all the windows. We put them on the inside of the house as well. And then we lined our driveway with blue lights. So it was this, when you're driving down the road, you would see this blue glow. It was kind of National Lampoon's like, actually, but it was all blue. So Thanksgiving weekend, lights went up, and
Hmm.
then we had the benefit of living across the street from a Christmas tree farm, Noble Fir Christmas tree farm.
Oh,
So there were thousands of Noble Fir Christmas trees that were raised across from our property. And so every year we would go over and pick one out to cut down and bring over to the house. So we always had a fresh tree, and we always had the holidays at our house. So we didn't travel for the holidays. We didn't go to relatives' houses for the holidays. And it was pretty simple. We didn't have a whole lot of Christmas presents on Christmas morning. We usually opened one present on Christmas Eve. And my mom would always pick it out because she would kind of know what would keep us occupied for the night. I remember I really wanted this Play-Doh set that had like, you could make, I think it was a McDonald's Play-Doh set. So you can make little McDonald's burgers and ice cream cones. And I remember I really wanted it one year and I'd gotten that. And so on Christmas Eve when we were picking out our one present, I think I was about to pick something that was maybe a sweater or something. And my mom knew what each box was. She's like, "Oh, no, 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 Janelle, you don't want that one." She's like, "Get that one over there with the gold bow." And so I did it and I opened it and it was the Play-Doh set. And I spent probably 5 hours Christmas Eve night just making my fast food Play-Doh
I
for,
love
for,
that.
for the whole family. And then my brother got, some sort of G.I. Joe set. And we would just, at Christmas Eve was always low key at our house and we would just be playing Christmas music. It was always the Carpenter's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would be playing with our toy that we got that night. And then Christmas morning, we would do stockings and then open presents. And then typically, because we would only have maybe, a few presents on Christmas morning, which was always totally enough. But then what we would do is on Black Friday, we would go to a town nearby that just had a small little local department store, like a family owned, just one location. It's called the Dennis Company. And then there was another clothing place. So they would have their sales. And so then we would pick out more things. So that was part of our Christmas was,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it wasn't Black Friday, it was Boxing Day or whatever. I don't know, you don't call it that in the US, but there was always the sale the day after Christmas. So we would go and we'd get to pick out a few more things, clothes for school and maybe a couple other toys. So
Yeah.
that was our Christmas tradition. What about you growing up in
Oh,
your household?
well, I love that. I love that you all did that the day after Thanksgiving and or the weekend after
Hmm.
Thanksgiving and the blue lights. That just sounds beautiful. It kind of sounds a little like Hanukkah. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Well, I mean, we didn't do, my mom always did have a tree. She loved Christmas. And,
Mm,
she's first generation Japanese, and it was just my mom and me and my grandmother. So my
mm.
grandmother wasn't really like, really celebrating Christmas much, but we did like to do the gift giving. And I remember one Christmas, this is when I was really young, my mom's younger brother was still alive. And he had really dark skin. My mom and he both had pretty dark skin. There's like the kind of Okinawa side of, with
Okay.
Japanese people, the skin tone can really range where you have like the
Mm,
more island skin olive tone and then the lighter
mm.
skin tones. And anyway, I remember he dressed up as Santa Claus one time and he's so dark. And I remember thinking, I know this is Masoji-san. And he was like, ho, ho, ho. And he didn't speak much English either. So I'm like, okay, this thinking about it now is just
That's
so
so
sweet.
sweet.
I think I had my first beer with him too at like four,
Oh,
4 years old. I had a sip of his Budweiser's.
I
But it
love
wasn't a
that.
big, right. It was like you said, I mean, even though I did grow up in LA, it wasn't like this, okay, we're gonna have this huge thing about Christmas. It was intimate. And I don't know where Black Friday became a season. Maybe it is partly due to social media. And I feel like, that endless, when I think about social media, maybe I'm like taking a little turn here right now, but I think about what's happening in our biology with looking at social media. And I think about the dopamine hits that we continuously get. And I feel like it leads us to continuously want more. Like what we have is not enough. What we have is less than. And what Kendall Jenner has is what I need to have. And then, I get that. And then it's like, oh, well, then there's this other thing that I need. And so I feel like this whole chain has, created this season of Black Friday and overconsumption, and I need decor throughout my house that's holiday.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, I think about some of the biggest influences, when you think about why something changes, there's influences that make things change. And I do think that the internet and social media are the biggest culprits or change that has occurred from when we were kids to now. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this constant influx of other people's decorations, other people's items, their consumption, their consumerism, and then the easiness of clicking to then
Yeah,
go buy it yourself.
right.
Because, yeah, I mean, I described my childhood Christmas, and then if I were to describe the Christmas in the Acker household, it is an all-out affair with way too many presents under the Christmas tree, but also way too many unnecessary decorations and don't get me wrong, the kids, I love it. The kids love it.
Yeah, I mean, I know I kind of
I'm
like it too.
yeah, I think it's real fun and I'm one of the worst at clicking on the links and ordering things from questionable websites that are probably stealing my information and my credit card. But I'm like, but I need that advent calendar. So yeah, I'm really bad at it, but yeah, it's just become I don't know if it's a competition or what, but it's an incessant need to have more and more and more and to do
Yeah.
more every year, to have more things on the fireplace every year, to have more items on top of the piano, little
Mm-hmm.
decorative mice and decorative little loveys and stuff that it's like every year we add to it and gets out of control. And I'll do that for every holiday. I'll have Halloween, then I'll swap that all out for Thanksgiving, then I'll swap that out for Christmas. I haven't done too much this year, but typically I would
Yeah.
be, shopping at HomeSense or Michael's and just getting a whole bunch of stuff that is really unnecessary and just truly actually a pain to store afterwards. But
I know. That's what I
but
think
I
about
can't
the
help
same.
myself. I can't help myself.
You're
I
so
see it.
funny.
I see it. I want it. I bought it. I got it.
Well, I just learned, I mean, I can't believe I was living under a rock for all these years, but a Canadian friend of mine told me about HomeGoods.
Yes.
And I just found out about HomeGoods like a year ago. And I was like,
Yeah.
what? I mean, I went in there and I was like, have I lived my entire life without
Yeah.
shopping at HomeGoods like this
Yes.
Snoopy
I've
holiday
seen that
cup?
mug. I almost bought that mug. I truly almost bought that mug. Yeah, Home Goods. It's like you missing out if you're not going to Home Goods.
I
And
know.
I got to the point where I knew exactly when the new items were going to be arriving.
Oh,
That's when you
I
know you go too much. Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, this is so fun. I love talking about this and it's silly, but at the same time, I think, even just beyond the holidays, in terms of wanting more and seeing ourselves and other people on social media and wanting to compare or, keeping up with the Joneses, as we used
Mm-hmm.
to call it, like
Yeah.
it really doesn't leave us in a place of being satisfied with our lives. Right. Like I feel
Yeah.
like, okay, the holidays, it's a couple months out of the year. Let's just go out and have fun. But it's actually the whole year and it's every day, this overconsumption of like, okay, I actually need this, I need something on my wall. This wall's bare. Or like when does it stop?
That's such a good point. I actually think it never stops until you make a conscious effort to stop. And it's hard. It's really hard. I go through these phases of decluttering and declaring a minimalist lifestyle. I can't even say that with a straight face. Like no
I
one,
can't
like
either.
I have this dream of being a minimalist, and I like to think of myself as occasionally I think like a minimalist,
Yeah.
but no one would ever call me a minimalist if they came to my house. So I think I go through these phases where I get rid of a whole bunch of things, and then 4 to 6 months later, things are back in the house. Like I've been
Hmm.
back at HomeGoods and I've replaced all of those decorative pillows with new decorative pillows. So it won't ever, there's this insatiable appetite for more.
Yeah.
And I think it just takes sometimes, whether it's a wake up call or circumstances that just prevent us from continuing to consume, that it won't stop by itself. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But I would say, Danielle, your house is fairly minimal. Like you don't seem like you overconsume.
Well, I mean, I guess everything's relative, right?
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like you and Blanca have such similarities in terms of
Yes.
like, let's make the house nice and,
Yeah.
have not like all this decor, but just elevate the space. And but I feel like I have that tendency as well. Scott is the one who wanted to have no furniture outside. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna have a dining table. You like built a pergola. We have a pergola and nothing? Like what do you want? We finally have an outdoor. And yeah, and so I just bought all this stuff for outside. He's like, I still think it's too much. I'm like, we have dinner here all the time. You know our outdoor
Yeah,
seating.
I do.
But I
It's the
think it's
perfect place
also
to eat.
him. Yeah, like
Hmm.
he puts the brakes on
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
sometimes. But yeah, then
Hmm.
I just like whatever and buy all this furniture.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real though. What would you do with the pergola if you're not going to put anything below it? Like,
Well, see, here's the thing. I let him buy these two huge ass TVs. And
okay.
right, because he was like, I want to
Hey.
be able to watch sports. And I'm like, does it really need to be this big? Like, do we really need to see the pores of the football players? So now and then I'm so thankful though that I let him convince me to get a TV in our bedroom because now it feels
Yeah.
like a hotel. And I can
Yeah.
watch my stuff. I can watch my YouTube videos while he's over
Yeah.
there watching football.
I love
But
it.
I think,
Oh,
I mean, I feel like I need to make a conscious effort by saying, like, for 1 month, I'm not going to buy anything other than groceries.
I like that. Yeah. That's a good way to do it. Well, one, to prove to yourself that you can. And well, let's assume you actually get through the month with only buying groceries.
Yeah.
It's a good little exercise to show yourself what you're capable of doing and how you can get by just fine with what you already have and only getting the necessities to keep yourself alive. I think that's a really good exercise to do. And then it's probably just about extending it more and more as you can, and then giving yourself those brief moments of whether it's celebration or what, even Sophia yesterday was saying, let's wait until December 1st to put the tree and all of the inside
Oh.
decorations up. I mean, well, okay, so she said that, but then she put a tree up in her room. So she has a Christmas tree in her room.
I
So
like go,
her room is the
Sophia.
only one decorated. She's just depriving the rest of us from having any decorations in the house until December 1st. I see what she's done.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I get what she's saying though is let's go all out for 1 month. Let's like make it a
Mm,
Christmas almost magical place for 1 month. And I can get behind that and do that and have it just kind of be more of a special thing other instead of starting the day after Halloween and
yeah.
listening. But I was in a store yesterday and I know we record these well in advance before we post them, but today is November 13th when we're recording. But I was in a store yesterday, November 12th, and there was Christmas music playing
Oh
on the
yeah.
radio in the store.
Well, I mean, do you follow Mariah Carey?
Of course. Yeah,
Okay.
she
Yeah.
she thawed herself out after Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, it was so cute. I loved it. I was
She's a
like,
queen.
yay.
I love Mariah Carey. She's a queen. Although I do love Sabrina Carpenter's Christmas album.
Oh, I
She
need
came
to
out with one
listen to that.
a couple years
Okay.
ago. It's really good. Yeah,
But
it's
all
very
right.
poppy too, like Mariah Carey.
But when you were talking about listening to the Carpenters holiday, when you were a
Hmm.
kid, you're talking about Karen Carpenter, right?
Yes. Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
I need to listen to those guys again. I haven't listened to Karen
Mm.
Carpenter in years.
It brings you back. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
as soon as I put it on, I can
Yeah.
smell our family room in that house that we grew up in. I can smell, we had a fireplace, like actual wood fireplace.
Yeah.
We would always, during the holidays, we'd have that fire going and we would have our tree in that room. And there's like this carpet, brown carpet. Um, and we had tapes. The Carpenters were on tape, and we would
Yeah.
put it in the stereo. And yeah, I can, as soon as I hear her voice, I can take myself back to the smells and that room, that holiday
Oh
room.
my gosh. That's so
Yeah. So
beautiful.
you need to find that. I mean, now it's on. I listen to the Carpenters on
Yeah.
Apple Music.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
one of my best Christmases or like holiday parties that I went to, and I would take my mom to them as well, was my old piano and voice coach in LA.
Mm.
And he had this beautiful Hollywood home. His name was Dr. Joel Ewing. And he and his husband would host these lavish Hollywood parties. And we would go there, and everybody would get a printed out booklet of the songs that we were going to sing.
Oh,
So it was like 50 people singing Christmas carols.
my
And he had two
goodness.
grand pianos facing each other, like two Steinways. Beautiful
Wow.
Hollywood arched home. And then after that, I was like, I want to start doing that. So that's what I'm preparing for right now is I'm learning some holiday music so that when, I don't know if anyone's coming over, but at least, Scott and Blanca, and when Gabby comes home, I'll be like, Gabby, we're singing Christmas carols. Here's your sheet music.
I love that so much. There's something about music and carols over the holidays that makes me so nostalgic. So nostalgic. I love it. And I'm just imagining that for you, Danielle. You all gathered around the piano, singing your Christmas carols, holding your sheet music. I love it.
You'll have
What
to
I
come
hope is that
visit.
you'll FaceTime me. Oh, that's even better.
I know. I think you should
I'm
just
into
come.
FaceTime, you into book a flight.
Yeah, exactly. You need to book a
I love
flight,
it.
come stay in your room, bring your
Yeah.
Nintendo sweater, and let's sing some carols.
That sounds great. I might have to do that because I need some spiky poo time too.
I
I
know,
just
right?
cuddle the spike master. Oh,
Look at our convo. I mean, I don't know
I
if
know.
there's any kind of takeaway to this
About
commercialization.
commercialization. What I'll say is there's no shame. We're not shaming you for buying a whole lot of stuff because we do it too.
Exactly. Okay, good.
However, however, don't forget to take time to really enjoy the magic of the season. And that could be in something as simple as singing Christmas carols. It doesn't cost you any money. You don't have to click on any link or provide your credit card to a questionable source out of a third world country. All you need is your family or friends or even yourself, and you can still have a really magical holiday season, even if you aren't consuming and buying things online.
I love that.
I think
Because it
that's the
really,
takeaway.
that is such a good takeaway because I mean, besides that Nintendo sweater, though, it's like the things that you were talking about. I mean, you did talk about your Play-Doh stuff, but it was like the
Mm-hmm.
experience of the fireplace and your family and Karen Carpenter in the background. Like
Mm-hmm.
all of that is part of these beautiful memories you have.
Truly. And
Right.
even like full circle back to the Nintendo. Nintendo actually reminds me of Christmas because we got our Nintendo on a Christmas, and I remember that whole
Mm.
Christmas break. Did it did dun 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 dun. Like that was an entire Christmas. It was just that tune.
Oh my gosh.
But my brother and I had so much fun. I don't know if my parents had any fun, but my
Yeah.
brother and I had so much fun staying up late with our two Nintendo controllers, just sitting in front of that TV. Oh man,
Oh, that's
memories.
fun. I love that. Just totally digressing for a moment. Have you been to
No,
Costco
we
recently?
never do that, Danielle. Don't start now.
Have you gone to Costco?
No, because I know I'm a mess when I go to Costco during the holidays.
That's my
I buy
favorite
so
store.
much. I love it. Yes, I buy
Yeah.
so much stuff from the handmade cards that they sell in those boxes to the humongous rolls of paper and all of the light up things for the yard and all of the like tins of cookies and
Oh, I know.
biscuits and stuff. Oh,
Mm.
I
Well, okay,
love
next
it.
time you go to Costco, I want to know if they have this in Canada too, but they
Mm.
have an almost $200 advent calendar.
What?
Yes, it's
Beauty items
lint.
or what?
No, no,
Oh,
it's
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah, it's
Oh
lint chocolate.
my God.
It's like 6 feet tall, and I was
What?
thinking about getting it.
Yes, let's get it. We both need to.
I
Let's
have to say,
both get it.
Blanca was the one who put the brakes on me. Because I was like, Blanca, should we get this $200 lint advent calendar with full-size chocolate bars every day?
Yes, we should.
She's
The
like,
only answer to that is yes. And I'm a little disappointed in Blanca. She's supposed to be the enabler in the family.
oh my gosh. Well, what she's trying to enable me into is buying a Chanel purse. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yes.
okay.
She's still talking about that.
Oh yeah.
She's been talking about that for a while.
Oh, she's gonna
So
be
she's
talking about that.
calculating that the Lynn Advent calendar is going to cut into her Chanel delivery.
That's not even gonna make a dent. $200 is not even gonna make a dent in a Chanel bag. That's not even tax.
No. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Well, this was so great. Thanks for anyone listening. I actually took a moment the other day to click on I put all of our podcasts on Buzzsprout and then it gets sent off into all the universe. And so I was on Buzzsprout uploading our episodes last week, and I thought, you know what? I've never looked at the analytics. I've never looked at anything. But
oh,
I looked at like what countries people tune in from. It's
yeah.
like all over the world, Danielle. We're like,
What?
yes,
I never look at our analytics either. People are listening to
Seychelles.
this?
Yes. I'm like, wow, okay, all right. Well, thank you for tuning in. And we look forward to this every week. And if you want to subscribe, of course you can. If you don't, that's fine too. But it was nice having you this week. And who knows what our topic is going to be next week, but we will see you then.